hello to all of you wonderful people. Can you hear me? Can you hear good old Aurelius the butler talking? I certainly hope so. Why, it looks like... Well, you can at least see me. I can see quite a lot of people here. Hello to all of you. Hello. I can see quite a few people who are very excited too. Greetings to you, Slasher, and hello, Mana-U1, and Nova Stars, and hello, Starglow as well. Why, it looks like we've got quite a good turnout. Hello. Oh, Blue Bats too. Greetings, greetings. As you can hopefully tell, I'm currently multi-streaming, or at least streaming from multiple platforms. Don't tell Twitch, though, where I'm reading some of these comments from. Doesn't really like it, apparently. Anyway, hello, Dragonstar Sidera. Hello to all of you. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Today is a good time for a bit of a chill-out hangout. So, unwinding and enjoying everyone's company. Maybe there might be something to read. Maybe there might be something to chit-chat about. That's what it's all about, after all. It's all about just enjoying ourselves. I really hope that the stream goes well on the Twitch side. So far, it seems to be going well. I really hope that we'll be able to get more people. If we can get that happening, that would be fantastic. Some of us are in your head, it's all an hallucination, says Slasher. Well, that's concerning. I should probably see a doctor if that is indeed the case, and I'm talking really just to 0 people on all platforms. Though I suppose it would be a little bit accurate, knowing how streaming is these days for small-time, small potatoes sort of people like myself. Ah, I see Jellybean has arrived. Greetings, Jellybean. Greetings. All right then, all right. How are all of you? Are you all having a good time? Has it been a good week so far? I really hope so, of course. I sincerely hope so. It's always fun to be checking in on all of you. As your butler, that is what I like to do best. That is to make sure that all is well and that you're keeping safe. Potatoes indeed, jelly. And greetings once again to Manchik-you. Hello, hello. Once again, I really am quite... I'll admit, I am a bit nervous just to see how this will go, on YouTube and also Twitch. Oh, and I see that my model has frozen in place. Come on now, shake a leg. There we go. Last thing we want is for this first grand start on Twitch is for the model just to freeze into place like that. That is quite embarrassing. Apologies. Back and forward for you, Slasher, but at least you're okay. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's what matters end of the day, as long as you're keeping yourself safe and as long as something good's happening. Just kind of hungry, are you, Jelly? Get some food in your system. Some num-nums, something tasty. You deserve it. Glad to know you're doing well, Blue Bats. How am I this fine afternoon? I like to think that I'm doing quite well, thank you, thank you. Although, again, a little bit nervous, but that could be indigestion as well. Right. Yes, Slasher, you noticed a little doll on my shoulder too. Thought that was a neat little addition. Thought that might be a bit of a fun addition. And, Nova, tired but excited because, you got the new Cult of the Lamb DLC. Very nice. Are you having fun with that so far? I certainly hope so, naturally. Oh, there's lots of rain on your end, Jelly. Let me just adjust my seat. There we go. Lots of rain making you sleepy. I swear, if you pop on a video from JTV ASMR, that channel, he might end up conking out. Oh, calling it a cute plushie, Blue Bats, thank you. And oh, Jelly saying the little doll version of yours truly is adorable. I thought it'd be a cute little addition. I think you all know about those random times where I seem to have turned into a doll, quite crazy indeed. But that being said, I thought it'd be fun to include it just on a little shoulder. It is cute and sweet, isn't it? Very adorable. Advertisement of the channel. What's wrong with that, Slasher? What's wrong with advertising this channel that I'm looking at? And I hope that everyone on Twitch and YouTube subscribes to. Don't mind me, I just like twisting my neck, just looking at this. Oh, wow! It's a logo for JTV ASMR. Isn't that a fancy, wonderful logo? I think we should all subscribe and look at all the videos. Now, that's how you do self-promotion and shameless plugging. Am I right? Wonderful, wonderful, Nova. Glad to know that the DLC is, as you say, so freaking awesome. I suppose the is just Nova's way of expressing excitement and joy and whatnot. Wonderful. Subtle? Me? Well, I'd like to think I'm relatively subtle when it comes to subliminal messaging about a certain YouTube channel that we should all check out. Sorry, don't mind me, I'm just stretching my neck. You see, turn to the left, turn to the right, and look over there. Anywho, what have you lovely folks got to share? Any interesting bits of information? I'd love to know. Never shy away from a shameless plug. Well said. Trying to get the distance on this pesky VTuber model correct. Oh, blimey. Yes, their hair is quite majestic on the, the physics on this VTuber model really do sell. The majestic hair, doesn't it, Jelly? Just whoosh. Whoosh. Oh, I've got a bit of a funny anecdote to share today. This happened to me earlier, actually. I went into town thinking, oh, crikey, I'm peckish, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to, well, kind of feed myself. I don't know whether to eat something from home, but I thought, oh, I don't know about that. Maybe I should go into town and find something. So I did, went around for a walk, thinking, what could I possibly nibble on? And then I just ended up bumping into a food stall. Well, except it wasn't. It was a little tent or a gazebo with some people promoting a comedy club that's going on. And they just so happened to be giving out pizza. So I walked over, and I asked for some, and they offered me some. They gave a slice with the green stuff on it. I forgot what it's called. Pesto. So pesto pizza with lots of veggies on top, and then I asked, oh, could I try some of the mushroom pizza too? And I got 2 portions, and that mushroom pizza was so good. I got a free meal out of it, simply for inquiring about what was going on. Then afterwards I went to the local chip shop for a bit of chips and beans and cheese. So, yes, I think I'm quite full for today. Free meal. Nothing beats a free meal, unless it's a free meal combined with a paid meal. Thought I'd be naughty. You're drawing the JTV crew as chibis, Blue Bats? I would love to see that. Please consider, of course, sharing in, hopefully on socials or maybe the Discord group if you ever get round to it. Oh, Nova, poor Nova. All the way on Twitch. Would I ever put chats on my screen? Well, that's the thing, Nova. I'm admittedly still a bit of an amateur at streaming. I don't know how to put it on the screen. Oh, I'm a complete and utter Dumbo, I suppose that's the correct word. I don't know how to put it on the screen so we can all look around. I'll have to look into it, though. I really will have to look into it. I suppose if I, make that big picture of me there. That one there. If I shrink that down, maybe I could pop the chat over there. Might work. We'll see. Oh, thank you for the reassurance, Nova. And thank you for calling me a smart butler. Bless you. I wish I could give you a hug for that. Well, I'm not too tech savvy when it comes to live streaming. Let's put it that way. Ah, you're a big fan of the mushroom pizza, are you, Jelly? Yes, I got very lucky with the pizza today, Slasher. Not sure about drawing the cave monster, Blue Bats. Oh, yes, I've heard rumors about that some pesky, scary cave monster around. That something is creeping out the locals. Very creepy indeed. I think I heard such a similar comment from when I was walking in town, and I walked past this rather deep-voiced gentleman. I swear that his hair was covering his eyes, and that his ears looked a bit pointy, but I swear he was walking with someone and mentioned something similar in this deep crooning voice. Very strange. Very odd. But anyway. Just treat myself. Well, I'm not above treating myself every now and again, Slasher. Don't you worry about me. I mean, sometimes I do like to try and stick to a decent enough diet. For instance, before this stream, I just had a bit of toast with tomatoes on top, and then some tinned carrots and peas with a bit of sweet corn alongside. Sprinkle a bit of garlic granules on top of both. Try to keep it relatively light, but still healthy and quite full of protein and carbohydrates to keep me going. There might be a button for a dragon star for getting the writing on the screen. I just haven't figured it out yet. But yes, maybe might be able to, Slasher. And you're a fan of chicken mozzarella. Hold the chicken for me. I think mozzarella pizza is an all-around brilliant choice, in my personal opinion. And a hot dog and stuffed pizza for dinner, Starglow. You are spoiled, but in a good way, of course. I mean that in an endearing way. I hope it was delicious. You like the standard cheese pizza too, Blue Bats? Hey, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. It's one of those pieces that I think 9 times out of 10 people will enjoy regardless. I mean, heck, even low-fat kind of cheese or even vegan cheese still makes for a dang good pizza. Oh, and poor old Nova over on Twitch saying that tell the others on play button I miss him. Nova misses you all, bless you. Nova misses you all. Oh, and hello to you, TsunamiJuria. Can't expect everyone to know everything, so no harm asking for help. Yes, I probably should ask around, really. I really should just ask around and see if it can be done. Because I know this big spot over my head, that's a good place for things like pictures and whatnot. But, the space to the left, I'm sure it could be done. Maybe. So, you had a Chinese earlier before stream. Was it a good one, Slasher? Did you get any fortune cookies, anything like that alongside? I think those are a nice addition. Jelly liking pineapple on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza too. I just don't have it often. I think it's an odd mix, but, very selective. But I wouldn't mind it if it happened. Very bored person, hello to you, gravitating towards meat lovers pizza. Well, at least you're getting a heck of a lot of stomach-filling proteins that way. Oh, and Nova, Slasher, and Jelly, they missed you too. Never far, wherever you are in my heart, says or sings Slasher. Oh, bless you all. You're all such a loving bunch, even to each other. That makes you all so wonderful. I wish I could hug and kiss all of you. Yes, all of you, no exceptions. And Nova loves all of you over there. I love this little chit-chat going on. Only I can see the chit-chats. Bluebat saying hello to you, Nova. And you've never tried pineapple on pizza? No, Bluebats. Well, I think it's one of those that you've got to try it once. Try Hawaiian pizza at least once, so you can enter the perhaps eternal debate raging on about whether it deserves to go on or not. And will Nova come back soon? Well, Nova's currently on the Twitch side, but might come back. We'll see, I guess we'll see. Don't like green peppers on pizza, but other bell peppers are good, says Jelly. Well, I suppose green peppers are probably the least tastiest, but it's alright in my personal opinion. I think I like a lot of things on pizza, personally. It's like a very advanced game of telephone right now. I've never played telephone, but this probably is accurate to it. And TsunamiJuria enjoyed a very weird pizza with Doritos. But surprisingly, it tasted pretty good. You know, Doritos, when oven baked, any kind of tortilla chips and whatnot, can be pretty tasty. But combining with a pizza, I'd love to try that. Naturally, I'd have to jump on the exercise bike to just pump high and burn those calories off immediately afterwards. But, I'm experimental, I suppose. I like to experiment every now and again, but then again, at the same time, I'm a bit stick to a routine sort of kind of battler, you see. Oh, that reminds me, I'm going to get a drinky poo. Remember, everyone, remember to hydrate. Always important to hydrate. Wish we had oops. I can't see where I'm placing the drink. Forget it, I've had to recently start drinking with a saucer underneath my mug of Vimto, and oh, here we go. Nova starting the Vimto tax. All right, Nova. All right, Slasher. Perfect timing. Go ahead and take my Vimto, but just promise you'll save some for me. I wanted its delicious black currant goodness. Delicious. Again, it's not an advertisement, obviously. It's just something I like to drink a lot. There are other brands out there. Hydrate, everyone. But if you're going to be having drinks in a mug, remember to put a saucer underneath. That's what I've had to do with my blackcurrant drink here, because otherwise I spilled a bit on a pair of trousers earlier. Not fun, not pleasant, because it's purple and it's a little bit difficult to kind of rub out. Still, makes me look a bit more fancy. Oh, and Bluebats have tried Dorito tacos. Yum, yum. I'd love to try that. Never done it, but, well, Doritos and tortilla chips goes together like butter on toast. Oh, a question from Slasher. Here's one. Sleepovers. Do y'all have any funny sleepover stories? I've personally never been to a sleepover. I guess I'm a bit too old for that. But I am curious to hear what your stories, if you have any. I'd love to hear any stories to do with sleepovers. By all means, please share. Please share. Don't forget the coaster. Well, I think this little small plate serves as a coaster alongside this little saucer of mine. That doubles as my coaster. Nova's never been to a sleepover before, even as a kid. No kidding. Well, I suppose when I was younger, we didn't really dabble with these sorts of things. We weren't really allowed to have these sorts of kind of, fun moments as children. It was all very strict kind of upbringing for all of us. Not pleasant, of course, not pleasant in the slightest, but Still, I've managed to leave that land and come to your world, all of your world, and it's a fantastic world. I'm so glad to be here. Still, I suppose, though, sometimes there's some things where if you've not been through it as a child and you're an adult now, and you might think, oh, I wish I could have done this, but at the same time, another part of you says, oh, well, it's not the end of the world. There's still plenty of things you can do as an adult that are much more fun. Oh, TsunamiJuria says, I slept over at my best friend a lot back in school. Her house is haunted, and I saw/heard a ghost on my first night there. Crikey. A ghost? Blimey. Are you all believers? Do you all believe in ghosts? I think I might have saw one myself when I was a bit younger. I swear I saw, like... It almost looked like light pouring through a window when I was sleeping. And I thought that light was kind of manifesting in the shape of something or someone. I was so tired and my throat was so dry I couldn't call out or anything, so I just went back to sleep. Very weird, very creepy. Thank you for sharing that, Juria. That was an interesting story. Very spooky. Ah, Blue Bat, so you've been to sleepovers, biggest one for Halloween birthday. Jellybeans, most sleepovers went either with family or church friends. Well, still, that still sounds like fun, though, all the same. Slash is saying, when me and brother used to sleep at our bio-dad's place, we used to have to put our DSs downstairs, so every night, or morning, would turn into a Mission Impossible little mission. Just to get him back without being caught. Sneaky, sneaky. I wouldn't have expected anything less from you, Slasher. Very naughty. Very bored person saying, I got sick at my sleepover with my old soccer team. My mother had to come get me, but for a while that's the only type of birthday party I would have. Oh, bless you. Still, I just hope you had at least some joy and fun with the old soccer team. Oh, I see having ghost stories and UFO stories. Spill the beans. If you've got stories to share, folks, spill the beans. That reminds me, though, speaking of stories, I have been meaning to read a story that has been shared in the JTV ASMR server. I really need to give this a read, and like I promised to. I'll have to dig through it. Maybe I might be able to read from the phone. Let's see if I can dig it down. See, there's a beloved fan in the server. If I could just... It's a bit difficult. I'm trying to multitask looking down at the phone while scrolling, gently scrolling, looking through the pictures of fan art and a delicious pie. Oh, here we go, here we go. So, yes, there's a little story that was written by, yes, Snoopy Scorpio. She wrote a lovely story in the JTV ASMR server. Snoopy, aka Natral, on, we'll put Natral here on YouTube. I'll have to ask you lovely folks if we should read this wonderful little fan-made story about a certain someone from JTV ASMR, along with their own character. So if anyone's interested in that, you know, make your voices heard. And TsunamiJuria saying, I have lots of ghost stories. One when my VCR would go off in the middle of the night and make gun sounds. That's freaky. That is creepy. That's the last thing anyone would want to hear in the dead of night. Just a pow. That is freaky stuff. Giving me chills here with these stories, Juria, but I love it though. I'm increasingly curious. A very bored person saying, once when my great-grandpa was in the hospital, my aunt took a picture of him in the hospital bed, and there was this man behind him. But the bed was up against the wall too. That's freaky as well. So spooky. Makes you wonder, are these the real deal? Could it just be some strange coincidences? Or is there something beyond? our mortal realm. You never know. You never know. But all the same, it's mighty curious, isn't it? Gets the old brain box spinning a bit. I suppose, you know, it's the fun of not knowing. That's the appeal. That's the appeal, of course. Having things just out of reach, you know, things that you can't quite explain. Okay, well, I see Slasher is definitely eager at the thought of me reading this fan story. Might there be anyone else here interested in reading the little fan story here? Maybe. Again, let your voices be known. Nova's definitely interested. Anyone else? Anyone else, folks? Trying to see how many viewers are currently... Oh, here we go. Okay, so they got a few people on the, Oh, 3 people over on, oh, what's that place called? Twitch. Got a few people on Twitch showing some interest. Good. I didn't think I'd get anyone. I didn't think I'd have any, people tuning in over Twitch, today, but proved me wrong. Thank you to all you lovely people who are currently tuning in there. You are all wonderful. Super duper wonderful. Reminds me, I have to still paste around those links. It was a bit of a mad dash trying to get everything together. Because it was just some last minute, like, technical whoopsies. Thinking, oh no, this won't work. Oh no, I've got to do this and that. Now it works. Again, I'm not a super duper clever when it comes to this sort of stuff. I wouldn't call myself, you know, a fool per se, but point remains. Twaddling around there. I'll quickly read some of your stories, though, your ghost and UFO stories. Jelly once saw a UFO and thought it was the moon, but it was in the wrong spot in the sky. Ooh, creepy. Spooky. Slasher saying, I think I encountered the ghost of a dead Boy Scout when I went on a week trip to an adventure camp. Apparently a local urban myth known as Corpse Kid. Oh my, that is morbid. Morbidly fascinating, but, you know. Blue Bats says, it was when I was 13 years old. I believed that my grandmother was in my room because the cold air was around my body like a hug. Oh. You know, it's stories like these that kind of make me hope that, that ghosts are... I suppose ghosts are real because of the fact that loving stories of people who have passed on but still want to try and show ways that, you know, that they care even beyond the grave, from a better place, you could say. But then again, you know, you never know. It's still really fascinating stuff, though. I love hearing stories like these. They're so morbidly fascinating, as I said. Anyway, okay, we've got quite a few people who are excited for me to do this reading. Oh, Jelly saying, I have pretty intense sleep paralysis sometimes. Oh, crikey. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You're not being visited by a sleep paralysis demon, are you? Reminds me of the time when I swear I've had encounters with a strange sort of creature in my dreams. I felt like I was kind of frozen in place and tried to follow this fellow around a darkened version of the mansion I'm living in. And every time I kept getting closer, he'd go around a corner and he was somewhere else. Creepy. Alright then. So it looks like we're all interested in this story. It's called Claustrophobic by Natural Schizophrenia, aka Snoopy. So, if Natural, aka Snoopy, is around, then she's gonna be happy. And if anyone else just tells her, then I'm sure she'll be happy with that too. Oh, we have a new person here. Tiana Howard Love Bless. Hello to you, Tiana. Hello there. My name is Aurelius, and I am your butler. I'm doing quite well. I'm quite well today. I'm always excited to be live streaming. It's always fun. And it's always wonderful to have new people too. I hope you have a wonderful time. And please, by all means, let anyone know if there's anything you need or something to share. We're just about to start a story here. A fan has created... Pardon me. A fan has created a story based on the JTV ASMR cast. I thought it might be a good bit of fun, so let's get started. Claustrophobic by Natural Schizophrenia, aka Snoopy. Right, here we go. Everything was supposed to be oh so straightforward. Just a quick trip to the supervisor to discuss the next task, a jaunt back to the desk to check up on tracking, and then on to the next place outside of the already lively office. So why in all the otherworldly dimensions did this have to happen? Theodore Walker scowled as he stood in the now broken lift as the light above him flickered ominously. He tried to call maintenance, but no signal graced his phone, much to his annoyance. He tried giving the door a slight tap, then a thump, then a few bangs with a frustrated growl as he tried to pry the doors open. "Let me out!" Theodore roared, now trying to claw his way out of the lift that held him hostage. He felt like a caged animal. He hated that feeling. After what he had encountered as a teenager, he couldn't be locked in against his will. Not again. The blonde-eyed the doors in frustration. Sorry, that's my blunder there. Feeling familiar hot tingles darting down his spine and through his nerves like bugs in a terrarium. He wasn't sure if maintenance had been neglecting checks, or if this was a cruel joke being pulled by another employee at the office. If it was the latter, it most certainly wasn't funny. Theodore growled, hitting and kicking the door, hoping to feel at least a slight give. But alas, nothing. The only thing he could feel was those damn tingles turning into burning hot rushes of blood pulsing under his skin. It made every pore prickle in a nasty way. His eyes grew hot, and he could feel a snarl bubbling up in his throat, begging to be let out. His nail bends, hot and aching like pins were being stuck into them, the nails growing and growing until they become sharp claws, ripe for the shredding. Pardon me if my VTuber model suddenly locks into place by the way, Tiana, the new person. Sometimes it does that. It's just a bit of positioning, you see. I'm not the greatest VTuber in the world, obviously. I'm a butler first, and I suppose a VTuber maybe 5th or 6th, you see. Anyway. So let's continue with the story so far. Claustrophobic by Snoopy, written in the JTV ASMR server. I hope you're all enjoying it so far. I think it's really good so far. Very descriptive. No, I can't be locked in. Theo cried out, giving the lift door another whack, hoping that either the motion or the noise would get someone's attention. He snarled and kicked the door again, his teeth bared in a furious scowl. There we go. Where was I? He wanted to tear those doors down, but he wasn't sure what the boss would do if he found out if he damaged the office property. He called out again, even looking up into the security camera in the corner of the lift. Just something had to happen. He had to be free. He had to... Well, this is a mighty fine mess we've got into, a voice said from behind him. A familiar deep growl that always sent shivers up his spine. Theodore, trying to get his heartbeat to slow down, turned around to come face to face with none other than his boss, Mr. Grimwald. Oh yes, that's the big bulky fellow that I've spoken to before. He's an odd one, but seems quite friendly. But you never know what might be behind that golden smile, though. But anyway, let's get back to the story. Theodore, trying to get his heartbeat to slow down, turned around to come face to face. Oh, I already said that. From the expression his boss wore, he was none too happy about the situation. Though in his glowing blue eyes there was a hint of concern for his employee who, for the most part, was equally both freaked out and angry about being trapped in the elevator. Theodore was dumbstruck. For a moment in his blind panic, he had forgotten that his boss had been on a call just behind him. Now here they both were, one employee partway through a drastic transformation, thankfully only to affect his eyes, teeth, and nails, and one boss, well, who was a witness to the partial transformation. But there was no fear of any sort from Mr. Grimwald, unless concern for one of his star employees counted as fear. And no words from him for a good few seconds. Theodore held his tongue too, not wanting to growl or let loose a howl, only managing to let a small whimper escape. "Mr. Grimm, I forgot you were—" Theodore started, before Mr. Grimm cut him off with a casual, sharp-toothed smile. Now, it's all right, Theo," he said in a reassuring tone. His glowing blue eyes held their gaze on Theodore's once grey eyes, observing the now golden hue they sported. "Someone has put the spook on you, hasn't it?" he observed, his voice melting through Theodore like butter. His voice gummed up his throat, his mouth feeling sealed shut, but the werewolf employee nodded him in acknowledgement. "I'm not surprised at all. This wasn't supposed to happen," Mr. Grimm said in disdain, his fiery blue eyes clouded with annoyance as he took a second or two to glance up at the corner of the elevator before turning his focused gaze back on Theodore. The poor guy was shivering, nails pressed into his palms and almost piercing his skin. His golden eyes were fixed on his boss, awaiting what the tall, intimidating-looking man had to say next. I'm sure as anything, gonna have a stern talk with those maintenance guys. Don't you worry about that," Grimm declared, half musing out of annoyance, and half reassuring Theo as the were-worker willed his body to revert the transformation. Unfortunately for him, it only made the transformation considerably worse, letting out a yell of agony. He felt his knees buckle, and... VTuber model. I've got to get this positioning right. I'm terribly sorry about that, everyone. He felt his knees buckle, and before he knew it, he was falling to the ground, only to feel the warm hands of Grimm around his shoulders, holding him back up so he didn't crumble to the ground like a wet paper towel. Whoa, easy now, Mr. Grimwald said, easing Theodore down onto the ground. He wasn't sure if the maintenance crew were just unreachable, or if they were taking their sweet time to go to their next job. Either way, this was far from good. But if he could keep his star employee somewhat calm, even during his transformation, then that was good enough. Theodore, on the other hand, was terrified. He hated transforming in view of anyone, much less trapped in a lift. And with his boss nearby, he didn't know whether to be embarrassed or scared. I can't. You have to, Theodore whimpered, before he felt his bones shift and crack, despite Mr. Grimwald's gentle hold. Boss, you need to stay back. I don't want to have you in the line of fire. His body shifted as fur spouted beneath his ripping clothes. He let out a pained yell that filtered out into a growl. Mr. Grimwald was not fazed. He was concerned for his star employee, yes, but not frightened of him. Theo, it's gonna be all right. Just keep your eyes on me, okay? I'm right by you through this, he replied. We're gonna get you out of here. I promise you that. He texted and called the maintenance number rapidly, wanting some kind of a response. All the while, Theodore kept shifting painfully until he had become nothing more than a large wolf with golden eyes and fur the color of burnt sugar. Mr. Grimwald remained there as a comforting presence, reassuring Theodore that help was on its way. A small part of him wondered what the workers would do if they found poor Theo like this, but as long as the two were out, then that would be one less worry. It's getting good, the story, isn't it? Almost near the end, though. There's still a bit more. Theodore's black nose twitched. His heart raced, his gaze fixing on Mr. Grimwald. Resetting the VTuber model again, sorry. Seeming to size him up before he laid down with his paws crossed under him. He knew his leader when he saw him. Mr. Grimwald went to say something more before he was interrupted by a noise. Ding! The doors unceremoniously opened with a metallic clunking sound. What a miracle! Mr. Grimwald looked at the werewolf on the ground beside him and sighed. Tell you what, how about I get you home, he mused. That way you're safe and you can take some time off. Just until the moon's not full. What do you say? Theodore's tail wagged. I'll take that as a yes, Grimwald replied. He watched the wolf stand back up and follow him out of the elevator. Looking at the clock, it was coming out to closing hours. No wonder the maintenance crew weren't available. He stood tall and went to the office to grab his keys, Theodore following him like a shadow. Once the office was cleared and locked up, they walked out, Grimwald turning a corner with Theodore, leading him down a shortcut. The least he could do was make sure his star employee was home safe. The end. Written by Natural Schizophrenia, aka Snoopy, and it was called Claustrophobia. How do we feel about that fan creation story? Wasn't that a banger? Oh, totally agree with you there, Nova. Amazing. Oh, and same to you, Slasher and Jelly. I agree. What a brilliant story that was. Is Mr. Grimwald really this loving? Because I seem to hear quite a bit about him. I seem to hear people say that, some people say that he's frightening and scary. And then some other people say that he's a big teddy bear, that he loves to protect his employees and whatnot. You wouldn't have expected that from him, for such an imposing figure. Mr. Grimwald is an intimidating softy, says Nova. Is that so? I can never be too sure, really. I can never be too sure. I don't know if it's like a bit of a flip of the coin sort of thing, or maybe he just gets along with certain people so well. Scary to protect those he cares about. Good way of putting it. And Jellybean saying that he's such a softy. TsunamiJuria saying, I like reading about scary teddy bears. Yes, I think this Mr. Grimwald boss fellow, scary as heck with a heart of gold, says Slasher. And hello, Thalicia. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I was just reading a fan-written story about this Mr. Grimwald fellow. A fan story about a prized employee of his who was also a werewolf and transformed in front of his boss. I thought it was a cool story. I thought it was well worth sharing. So wherever you are, Snoopy, aka Natural, wherever you are, you did a fantastic job. Well done, and thank you so much for sharing that in the JTV ASMR Discord. Speaking of which, for anyone who's not in, please consider joining. Would love to have you. Be sure to check out on YouTube. There should be some links in the YouTube videos, descriptions. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Scary bear, but caring, says Blue Bats. I suppose some teddy bears can be quite, they can be either grizzly bears or teddy bears. Me though, I don't know. I think I'm too much of a softie to be considered scary in any way. Really, I don't really consider myself an angry person or a frightening person. But I'd like to think of myself as, I suppose, a bit soft. I was called that a lot when I was younger, you see, when I was growing up. A lot of people called me a softie, but in a rather derogatory way. You know, it's seen as a bad thing to be showing emotions and whatnot, thinking that, soft skin, big muscles, sure, but soft skin means you're soft, too weak, you know. But from the sounds of it, when I've come to your lovely world, all of you seem to really enjoy that side of me, and I'm really grateful for that. Great to be just being myself, essentially, comfortable to be myself here. I'm scary as a plushie, says Slasher. I mean, really that frightening as a plushie? I mean, it's frightening for me. Can you imagine just turning into a plush and then not being able to move at all? It's scary stuff. It's scary. But when you lovely folks are there for me, and you're comforting me, then it's not so bad. Let me just put some lights on. Click. Second click. I'm the best kind of softie, says Jellybean. Oh, I swear, you lovely folks always try to make me blush sometimes. Nova saying, showing emotions is what makes you appealing. It shows you're not afraid to be yourself, and being a softie is adorable in a good way. Ready? TsunamiJuria saying, the stigma of being a man. People have certain expectations. Yes, that's true, it's true. Well, the thing is, Juria, as I've said before, like, I'm not from this world of yours. I come from somewhere far away. Far, far away. And I had a golden opportunity to abandon it all, to abandon this quite, from the outside it seemed quite luxurious, to come from quite a prosperous family, but so restrictive. There was no room for art, for expressing emotions, for religion, for anything like that. It is all politics and, like family politics and battles and division and, expecting to be tough and steeled and things like that. It was just not the place for me. I had to put up with that for such a long time. It's really difficult stuff to kind of look back on. But I found an opportunity. I got away from... Can you imagine it? Living in a castle with large families and whatnot, and thinking about all the things to do, all the places to take over, and fights to get into, and exercising all the time, learning about all sorts of stuff here and there. But there was no room for love and expression and, following a religion if one felt doing that, or being creative, or trying to show hugs and kisses. But of course in this world that you're all in, that all of you call your home, that's what I've really found so liberating, to know that people can very much express emotions this way, that they can be a softie, and have people like Jelly calling me a puppy. No. Making me maybe cower away like a little embarrassed pup now. And other lovely folks like Slasher calling me cuddly, and Starglow, sweet and kind gentleman, and Dragonstar with a little puppy emoji. Oh, yes, I'm terribly sorry for the Lord Trauma dump session, as Slasher puts it. Terribly sorry for all that. And yes, I am glad I got away, Juria. But I guess you're in a somewhat similar situation, but on the opposite side. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. But I just hope that you're in a better place now, at least. Same goes for all of you, really. Again, where I came from, it was quite far away. Very far away. It's nowhere you'd be able to find on this planet, let's put it like that. You wouldn't like walk over a hill and find where I came from. It's a long story. It's a long story. But maybe I'll share the full story someday. But nevertheless, the main thing is I moved to this world. I am now the butler to all of your mansions. All of yours. Well, I suppose one mansion, but nevertheless. You are all my employers, in a sense, but you are all my beloveds at the same time. You are all beloved to me. And And to think, coming to this world, learning about all the technology, like computers and phones and stuff like that, it was a shock to the system. I've never even seen a video game before, but I'm a quick learner. I learned quickly, and it's exciting stuff. Normally, why do you be turning into a plushie, and you're cute even when you're a plushie? Thank you, Felicia, thank you. And why I get turned into it? Ooh, well, I don't know if I should explain it in the same way Jellybean saying, oh, am I from a parallel universe? Well, I don't know about parallel universe. Well, I don't know if I should spill the beans because there's a bit of a secret. Some secrets I try to keep under wraps. Same with the turning into a plush, but let's just say I know I have figured out a little shortcut to get around certain places. And that resulted in me coming here. So I'm not sure if I'd call myself a tourist anymore. I've very much settled down. Am I cursed? Thankfully not. Thankfully not. That's not the reason why I have red eyes or pointy teeth or soft skin despite having big muscles. Nothing like that. Definitely not the work of a curse, that's for sure. Like say, the eyes, the teeth, the skin, all this, it's all natural, it's all part of me. Felicia saying I'm the bestest butler ever. Felicia, I wish I could give you a pat on the head and a big old cuddle for all of your compliments. Thank you. I want to strive to be your butler, the bestest butler for all of you. And if that involves a bit of chit-chat on some streams, then, well, always fun. And thank God I'm still here. I hope to stay here for as long as possible for, well, you know, at least on the streaming side of things. I'd be... I want to stay on the stream for as long as possible. Repeated streams, coming back for more, essentially. But otherwise, I like to think I'm settling down in this world for good. I don't think I'll ever go back. That's quite all right to me. It's been 0 days since the mysterious shortcut was mentioned. The count resets. Yes, I've really got to zip my mouth about that. I think one day I'm going to talk about it and let my lips slip. It's strange. I swear I heard that Dr. Cineric fellow. You know that doctor fellow who appears in dreams and he takes your bed and takes you to a random location, gives you weird checkups. I swear I've caught him mentioning something similar too. I thought that can't be the case, but why is it that it zips around so quickly and so unexpectedly? Beds and all, with his patients. I don't get it, but I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't prey on such things. It gets a bit deep, I suppose, that rabbit hole. Then Yappa yaps around about the law. Yes, bonk me on the head with a pillow anytime I do that. I should try and keep it a secret. The Borb Doctor. Yes, I've heard some people call him a Borb Doctor. I think people find that enduring. People say that is cute. I think it's a bit strange and a little inconvenient to be zapped around bed and all for checkups by that Dr. Cineric fellow, but I've said before and I've said again, I think he's a good fellow. I think he's one of the good ones. He's just odd in his own way. Well, he's the Birdman. Maybe he flies. But as a human, I'd like to see him try, but the last thing I'd want to see is him to get hurt. Felicia saying, not every person stays on this earth forever, my friend. That's true. That is indeed true. Well, I promise you all, I'm going to try and keep looking after myself. That's what I'm doing every day of the week. Self-preservation is key, and that's something we should all keep in mind. Keep yourselves safe. Always keep yourself safe. And be kind. I think being kind is especially important. You might come across people who might have different opinions. They might even come across maybe a bit combative, even about certain things you're quite passionate about. But I am a firm believer that if you are kind, and if you extend a hand to say, let's talk about it, or at least go, well, I'm going to agree to disagree, but I'm not going to think of you less because of that. If people are able to do that, then I think people can live longer, happier lives. I'm a firm believer. Bluebat saying, how tall? Do you mean me? How tall I am? I mean myself, I'm 6'4", so that's roughly 190 centimeters. Jellybean saying, I don't think Cynric can fly even as a Borb. Yes, I've heard... I hear a lot of things through the grapevines. I've heard some peculiar tales about this similar fellow, this Dr. Cynric fellow, and apparently he turns into a burb or borb, as people say. I have no clue how he does that, even if that's even true. If that's even possible. I don't know how he does it, but apparently that's what they say. I'd be surprised if he does know how to fly, really. He's such an oddball. If Cynric could fly, he'd be a common pest like seagulls. Savages indeed. Keep your chippy chips away if that's the case. Don't get a big box of chips in case Dr. Cynric is around in his bird form. Slasher got into a brawl with those rat birds, as she calls them, once. I can only imagine you as the winner and sole winner, Slasher. I've seen those seagulls trying to go after people's little sweet treats on the beach, for instance. Not fun, but... Well, it's a little quirky when it happens to someone else, but a little concerning, too, when they're coming after your own treats. You almost got bit by a pelican, Jelly. How? I'm genuinely curious. How? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just going to quickly pop a few supplements in my tum-tum. I definitely recommend these. These are peppermint supplements. Good for the tummy. Got a bad track record with birds, have you, Slasher? Bless you. I'll tell you. Here's a story, Light. Here's a story I'd like to share. Oh, have you ever seen Native American eagles? Not in person, Thalicia, not in person. I would love to go to America sometime. I'd love to visit. I think it'd be quite exciting to see, especially those kind of mighty birds. This very bored person says, my cousin got chased by ducks. Oh, those ducks can be tenacious little birds, that's for sure. I've seen people get heckled by swans and even a peacock. I saw one person get chased by a peacock, a child actually, for a little sweet ice cream bar. It was quite scary for the child, but even I couldn't resist but chuckle a bit. TsunamiJuria saying geese are evil. Yes, I mean, geese can be quite territorial too, so long as you're not kind of getting it in their face. They won't give you problems, but if you try and get on their bad side, expect a brawl. Oh, I see the pelican tried to get your snack, did it, Jelly? Cheeky little creatures. Slashers fought a swan, goose, seagulls, peacocks, and even an emu? Why? Why are you getting in fights with the wildlife? I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled. Chased by geese, poor Jelly, and don't like the cobra chickens. I mean, with the title like that, you know it's got to be scary. Swans are from Japan. I didn't know that. Oh, Nova saying, when I was a child, I went to a local park, sat by a pond, only to be bitten on the feet by a goose. Oh dear. Those cheeky little creatures. I think they're cute. I think they're cute in their own way, but they can be such little rascals. Hydrate, everyone. There's your reminder. Yes, clearly, Slasher, you must be one heck of a wild child. Jellybean saw a peacock flirting with a human girl once. Wouldn't let her boyfriend near her. I think peacocks just really like to show off, even to humans, it seems. Even when there's a species barrier trying to go, hey there, tall creature, look at my feathers, aren't I so cool? Keep away that loser, though. He's probably jealous. Blue Bat saying, the only one I've been chased was a swarm of wasps. Honestly, that's even more frightening, because of their size and just their tenacity. They just keep stinging. That must have been so frightening. I remember once going to this, I don't know what to call it. I wouldn't call it a farm. It's more like a little amusement park for families. I was quite curious, so I went. And they were putting sugary bottles bottles of basically sugary drinks in. And they were filled with wasps. And someone put the cap on and trapped them inside. I thought it was a clever idea, but so frightening. I thought I was going to walk over and perhaps put it in the bin, but when I saw the wasps in this bottle, I thought, oh, definitely not, definitely not. Gave me a good scare. Crikey. Actually, yes, the story. So once when I went to someone's house, I was invited there, and was allowed to walk inside an aviary, large enough to fit a human in. And I was going to gently walk in. I thought I'd help feed the birds, re-add the seed and water. And what happened was, I was putting my foot down gently, but something was pushing back up. I thought, that's strange. So I put my foot down a bit more. Kept pushing back up. I thought, what is going on here? Is this just like a pile of, I don't know, a pile of bird muck or like dropped seed on the floor? No, it was a moorhen. It was a small moorhen, and I was accidentally stepping on it. So I lifted my foot up. I was like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. But thankfully, the bird wasn't injured. It wasn't hurt or anything. I think it was just a little peeved off. Going, why are you putting your foot at me? Get off. Just trotted away. I was very conscious about that. I felt like quite a fool. Slash is saying, I once watched my tall-as-a-tree friend get ganged up by seagulls. Mistaken him for perhaps, him or her, mistaken for perhaps some sort of large bird feeder, maybe? Jellybean saying, wasps are evil. I got stung by one because it wouldn't let it land on my youngest son. Well, that's what mothers do best. Protect their kids. Even then, though. So, what are wasps for? I think there's certain creatures that eat wasps. I don't know what, though. I'm sure wasps do something, but I don't know what exactly. I'm sure it contributes to something. So really, ain't Snow White. Badum-tish, I guess. Chantel saying, hello everyone. Hello to you too as well, Chantel. Hello. Welcome. I'm currently streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, and having a grand old time with all these wonderful people tuning in right now. The usual folks, and even got a new viewer as well. I hope that lovely new viewer is still tuning in right now. Hope so. Slash is saying, he had a sandwich, and apparently seagulls feed on the biggest. Yes, I mean, seagulls can be quite greedy, so if you're marching around with a tasty meal in your hands, not surprising that they're going to flock to it. I don't blame you for being terrified of bees and wasps, blue bats, really. Well, bees aren't too bad. Bees aren't too bad, because at least with bees, well, they'll sting you once, but, it's lights out for them. It's curtains down for them if that ever happens. But usually bees are just like, they'll only attack if they feel like it's got to happen. It's do or die time. If I go down, you're going down with me, even though it's just a pinch, essentially. But still, nothing I'd like to happen to me, obviously. Not fun. TsunamiJuria saying, a crazy story I have is that me and my friend walked into a bamboo forest and ran into a wasp nest. The swarm attacked us, but I had to protect my friend as she is allergic. I counted later that I had close to 30 stings. TsunamiJuria, I don't know whether to call you a hero, or brave, or, well, a brave hero for that. Ooh, just the thought of having 30 stings just makes my skin shiver. Like, oh, was it like all in one place, like on your hands or something? Or was it on, I hope it wasn't on the face or something like that. That'd be scary. Really scary stuff. Ugh, I don't like wasps. I'm fine with bees, but I don't like wasps. Slasher had to fight off a peacock during lockdown. I'd rather fight a peacock rather than wasps, personally. I mean, I wouldn't fight the peacock per se, but, you know, I think it's a bit easier to kind of tame. All over but face have scars. You still have scars from them? Oh, gracious, Juria. Well, even then, you get the stamp of approval for being heroic for protecting your friend who is allergic to wasp stings. You are a true hero. And not all heroes wear capes. Jellybeans loves butterflies. I don't get it when people... I'm not sure if it's people getting scared of butterflies or moths. Butterflies are beautiful, and moths are... Well, they're not as beautiful, but I think they're still beautiful in their own way. They're so pretty. Has anyone seen that video of that dog? There's a little dog, actually a big dog, and just kind of sitting there in the garden, eyes looking sleepy, with a butterfly perfectly balanced on its snoot, just balancing right on that big old black nose, just slowly blinking while this butterfly just keeps flapping the wings on top of it is adorableness incarnate. Jelly, you've got to teach me why moths are terrifying. I really don't see why. I agree with Chantel. Butterflies are pretty, but moths are still cute. Slasher once went to a butterfly sanctuary, had 5 butterflies land on her, felt like a forest deity. Look at me, everyone. I am a druid. I am one with nature. All the butterflies love me. I'm sorry, miss. You can't take them home with you. I'm sure they love you very much, but we can't let you leave with them. Nova saying they're so fluffy and cute. Their big eyes. Agreed. Their eyes are a lot more adorable in comparison to butterflies. Slasher, the butterfly whisperer, says Chantel. Right. Again, sorry. Position. I've got to put this PC monitor back further or something. Oh no, I can't. No, I just got to practice being away from the webcam a bit more. I just don't want to tamper with it, because if I do that, the model is going to go crazy all over the place. Very bored person says, my brother got chased by a small dog in a wheelchair in front of our old house. Said house was on a hill but kept running back and forth in front of the house. Got to admit, that little doggo in a wheelchair, it's tenacious. It was clearly tenacious. Bet it was probably one of those little yapping dogs, you know, like, oh, like, come back here, I'm not done with you yet, and just like, oh, so adorable, I'm sure. Jellybean says it's the eyes. Moths have huge eyes and basically act like drunk nocturnal butterflies. Well, even then, it's not like they're going to steer and crash into your face or try to eat through your clothing or, I don't know, sting you. It's not like they can do that either. Oh, Nova, it sounded like a broken door hinge. That's just me imitating a little wheelchair kind of squeaking sounds. I'm not good at sound effects. I don't know. I should probably practice on that some more. Small dogs indeed do think they're big dogs. They have a Napoleon complex. I've seen some quite yappy ones, but sometimes it's the big dogs who just act like big babies. They're like overexcited children. I love dogs. I think dogs are adorable. All of them. It's only appropriate considering some people like to call me a puppy. Some of my servant co-workers call me the grumpy puppy when I'm not feeling well because of my pouty face. Cheeky. Very cheeky. Small puppies, cute and adorable, indeed, indeed. Especially the energetic ones are so fun. Chihuahuas are the devil. You know what, I can understand that, Jelly. They've got quite a bit of a chip on their shoulders, but when they're at least calm, they can be quite cute just to, you know, kind of scratch behind the ear of. Even pugs are quite cute too. Their little melty faces. Slasher saying, I think I also stole a goat once. Slasher, at this point, I think I should just step down from doing the live streams. I should just put you up on board. All these stories you share are infinitely more entertaining than mine. Spill the beans, sister, spill the beans. I'd love to know, how on earth did you steal a goat? And did you get any milk out of it? Well, if it was a female goat, but, you know, I'm guessing not. Nova asking Slasher if she is sane. I wouldn't go that far to even use that word to describe her, Nova. She's an odd one, she's an oddball, but full of great stories. Full of great stories. Chantel says, all dogs are cute. I'm also biased. Same. Relatable, Chantel. Very relatable. Thalicia saying, which reminds me, why do they be calling you Grumpy Puppy? Well, like I said, Thalicia, it's my servant co-workers. They call me a grumpy puppy because, well, apparently it's because I have a little pouty face when I'm, you know, maybe I'm a bit miffed or a bit, well, grumpy. I have a little pout and it reminds people of a puppy, like a grumpy puppy. So that's what they call me. But I've heard that some of you lovely people call me that too, and except when you people call me that, it's endearing. It's like I blush a bit and think, okay, this. I guess I'm a little okay with it when you folks do it. Oh dear. I guess it's just because, as well, like, people have compared my personality to that of a dog, that I'm energetic and enthusiastic and also loving and caring and whatnot. Blue Bat's calling me a grumpy puppy. No. Oh, you silly folks. Jellybean says, my dog got grumpy when she was a puppy because she had hiccups. That's so cute. Oh, they learn eventually, but still, it's so cute when they get grumpy about such basic things. Like, for example, not letting them lay on a big comfy bed and they go... Two chihuahuas from Starglow, Timmy and Tinkerbell. Oh, I'd love to see photos of them if you ever decide to join the JTV ASMR server. I'd love to see photos of them. Thalicia, don't you get tired of that? Honestly, well, I'm used to it by now. And when you lovely people are calling me puppy or grumpy puppy, then, again, I know it's a term of endearment, and it makes me grin and blush a bit. Oh, here we go. Context for Slasher's I Stole a Goat story. We were pulled over on the side of the road and found a goat that apparently escaped from their home. I had that goat for 5 minutes. So if anything, Slasher, you were the goat whisperer. I was forced to put it back. Thalicia saying I'm not a grumpy puppy. Well, thank you, Thalicia. Right now, I'm a happy puppy. I'm happy. Chantel calling me an adorable puppy. No. Probably doesn't help when I make puppy sounds. TsunamiJuria says, pouty face are cute. I have RBF. People sometimes get scared of me, even though I don't have a single mean bone in my body. What is RBF, by the way? I'm not familiar with exactly what that means. Nova wants to see a cute and really pout sometime. Well, tell you what, you lovely folks, if you ever decide to do some fan art of yours truly, by all means, draw a little drawing of me pouting in a cutesy manner, and then... I'd love to see that, really. I'd love to see that. Really has St. Bernard puppy energy. I shan't argue with that, Jelly. I suppose I'm a bit supportive like a St. Bernard, you know, like how they rush over to, you know, in the past when St. Bernards were basically kind of like big fuzzy rescue dogs in cold environments and carry a bit of drink around their collars. Slasher says, apparently, according to my mum, a goat would ruin her garden and I would be a criminal, a convicted one at least. Probably best that you didn't keep that goat for yourself, Slasher. Oh, right, you are resting, beep face. Right. Thank you for the specification there, Dragonstar and TsunamiJuria. Oh, look at this. We've got our very first spam message on, what was it called? Yes, I see that bot on that website. Problem is, though, I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, wait, oh, here we go. Right, blocking that. Blast, I don't know how to get rid of this message. Nice one, moderation team. I'll just have to report it. If you see any kind of spams or scam links or anything like that, please do, of course, try to report it. And do not click on any suspicious links, everyone. Do not do that. I'm reporting it right now. Just don't know how to get rid of it, is the thing. Yes, it really should get moderators, Nova, for the live streams. I have, like, automated live stream things on. I just can't seem to get rid of it, is the thing. It won't let me. Blast. That's me just not being very good with this website and whatnot. In any case. Slasher also stole a lamb, too. Slasher, please stop stealing farmyard animals. I think people would probably be happy if you didn't do that. What else? Slasher the animal whisperer, or at least the animal abductor, it seems. Nova says, Slasher, do not build a home farm. I think the last thing we want is a spin-off to Clarkson's farm and call it Slasher's farm. I don't think anything would get done, and knowing Slasher's crazy stories that she likes to share, we'd get up to all sorts of shenanigans. Oh, there we go. I did it! I deleted my first spam message! Well done, me! Round of applause. Yes, we're all aware that you're an agent of chaos, Slasher, and all the wacky stories that you like to share. Thank you, Nova, thank you. Took a bit of wangling around just to get used to, figuring out how to give these spam messages the boot. But what's done is done, so yay! Good. Very good. Very wonderful. And by all means, Slasher, if you've got context to share about how you stole a lamb, do tell. Do tell. Still remember when you did your first stream on Twitch, Nova? You're so lost, bless you. That's the thing when you're first timing these sorts of things. It can be quite daunting. It can be quite frightening. It reminds me of the time when I tuned into the radio, and I listened to what turned out to be that dub fellow, that cyborg chap with the bit of dry voice, and he was very shy about it, but he still put on quite an interesting show. I didn't even think he dabbled in, community radio, but he did, and, it was fun to listen to, all the same, though. He had some interesting songs to share. Thank you, Thalisha, thank you. Pat on the back to me. Have a lovely lunch, Jellybean, and I hope to see you again soon here, but if not, don't worry. Hope you have a wonderful day. Blue Bat's saying, speaking of pets, my bestie has 2 parrots. One time in her house when she wasn't looking, one of her parents almost pooped on you. Nasty. Ugh. For the lamb story, Slasher stealing a lamb, basically was on a family farm place, found a lamb that got loose, decided to try and steal it, had it for 40 minutes before someone noticed. Like, oh, look at that lady there with her cute little white-furred dog. Wait a minute. Had to dump the lamb in an empty pen and run before anyone could get you into trouble. Yes, but beware of the police, Jelly. Just advice for the future. Nova saying, I got the hang of the first stream on Twitch, but... you're a bit of an irregular streamer yourself, Nova. I guess you like to do it for fun every now and again. I think it's quite fun to do. It's quite fun to do, especially if you can get a good little following like we got right here. It's always fun to get some wonderful people together and get all chatting and all, having all sorts of oodles of little fun discussions and whatnot. Model reset there when I was taking a sip. Oh, okay then, well... Slash's golden advice here. Anything's legal when no cops are around, a great man once said. I assure you, it wasn't me who said that. I wonder who, though. Wouldn't be surprised if it was that Mr. Grimwald fellow. Oh, Nova saying, I need a schedule, honestly, but I'm stuck. I don't know how to make a PNG model. I can draw, but not sure how to add it on live. Right, Nova, I'd suggest, there's a program. There was an old program I used to use, actually, for a PNG. Let me find it. I can't remember what it was called. I'm terribly sorry. But there is basically a PNG tuber kind of software, a free software that you can use. In terms of making a PNG model, I suppose you just have to look around for artists to maybe commission, or just find a suitable little drawing that can represent you. But honestly, becoming a PNG tuber, it's quite simple if you have a good program. Like I use OBS, and then I use that other program that, again, I can't remember the name of. Maybe if I just check here quickly. Oh, it's called Viado Tube Mini. So yes, Viado Tube Mini and OBS, and it's entirely possible, quite easy to make a PNG tuber kind of thing. And a neat layout too. Well, yes, I mean you can just get a background. You can have a static background, or here I kind of badly animated a background to kind of gel into one another and whatnot, to kind of loop. I recommend experimenting with OBS. I think that's quite a good program to use. Right, Slasher, thank you. Anything's legal when no cops are about. It's a Gravity Falls reference. Grunkle Stan. fan favorite character from what I've heard. Oh, Felicia says, did you know that Easter Sunday is tomorrow? I did not. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I forgot all about that. It was Good Friday yesterday, wasn't it? That reminds me, everyone. Have you been getting chocolate eggs yet? And are you going to get any chocky eggs? Me, I'm not really a sweetie kind of person. I don't really have sweets. I wouldn't mind getting one as a gift, but not my cup of tea, you know. Then again, maybe I might get one just to snap little pieces off of and nibble on every now and again. Might be a nice treat. I don't know why you would steal a microwave, Slasher. You are one crazy lass, you know that? But I think that makes you endearing. That way. Random question from Blue Bats. Who would put milk in the cabinet? Crazy people who don't care about if the milk goes off, I think. Blue Bats. Crazy people. Same sorts of people who put strawberries in the freezer. Very bored person hopes to scrounge up some chockies. Why not? I mean, why not? Bored person. I think even if it's a small little chocky egg, you know, just like a cheap one, I'd say worth it. Worth to treat yourself. Thank you again, Felicia. Thank you for the reminder. I might just snag. I'd just snag one myself. TsunamiJuria, saying, I didn't get the chocolate eggs, but I ate a piece of dark chocolate bar. Hey, still a nice little treat. Nova saying, I will do. Could you put the programs you mentioned into the Discord group? Yes, after the stream is done. I'll get a certain someone to drop a line about the programs that you can use for streaming. Bluebat saying, anyone believe in the Easter Bunny? I don't. Very bored person saying, I believe in the Easter Beagle. I think the Easter Bunny's it's a cute concept. I guess it's a bit different from, you know, the Christian kind of background surrounding Easter and Good Friday and whatnot. You know, we can't ignore that. We can't gloss over that detail, even if you're not a Christian or whatever. You know, it's fine if you're not. It's totally fine if you're not, and it's totally fine if you are. But still, the chocolatey sweet side, it's still a nice way to kind of get people being social and, you know, getting people together and treating one another, etc. I think it's still important in that regard too. And you're more than welcome, Nova. You're more than welcome. I'll make sure that a certain person should be able to share all those important details. Slasher used to, but got ruined by some nasty people. I'm terribly sorry to hear that, Slasher. Terribly sorry to hear that. But yes, I mean, at least you get sweets out of it. You know what I quite like? I like those little mini chocolate Easter eggs. You know, the really tiny ones that you get in a pack with a crunchy shell just filled to the brim with delicious chocolate. So tasty, so tasty. Nova's never celebrated Easter. Surprise, surprise. Well, thing is, Nova, Easter is one of those sorts of, it's one of those, holidays where, how to describe it? It's nothing like Christmas where everyone gets gifts or something and then has a special meal. Usually people get like little, well, rather big actually, chocolate eggs for one another. And then, beyond that, sometimes people get together with families. I mean, they might go to church and, you know, get together to celebrate Easter. Or they might even have a big kind of get-together outside and give kids a little run around to hunt for Easter eggs. Hunt for little small eggs that the Easter Bunny has left behind and, you know, must collect them all. And everyone who participates gets some sweets. Get some big, delicious chocolate eggs. Eggs bunnies might live under a rock, bless you, Nova. Yes, I don't quite understand where the Easter Bunny actually kind of came from exactly, but the little bunny liked to bounce around and give chocolate eggs to everyone as a bit of a treat. Yes, why not treat yourself? Treat yourself. TsunamiJuria saying that adult version has money inside the eggs. That makes it even better. Slashers says, Easter's like Christmas. You don't have to be religious to celebrate it. That's true. That is true. That's quite true. You know, it's still kind of based on something religious, but you don't have to be religious to celebrate it. You know, it's totally fine one way or the other. Whether you're there for, you know, the death and the resurrection of Jesus, or or you're there for the sweets, or the kind of camaraderie, the get-together with everyone and having a wonderful day, things like that. Whatever it is, I hope you have lovely Easters, all of you. Felicia says, 3 times Peppermint, Patty, and Marcy tried to colour eggs, but Peppermint Patty kept screaming at Marcy. That's funny. Oh, is that from Peanuts or that show? Slasher says, I remember the last Easter egg hunt I ended in a huge argument, and I nicked some of the big eggs. It's like, don't worry, children. We have plenty of eggs to go. Where are they gone? Slasher, are you involved? No, not me. I was just I was just giving this goat a walk that I got from that nearby farm. Okay, that's totally... Wait, where did you get that goat? Dragonstar says Easter bunnies from Germany, apparently. The bunny judges children and lays eggs for good children. The bunny lays eggs? That can't be right. I thought it just gets it out of a basket. Well, either way, even then, if you're having sweetie kind of eggs, good. But the real kind of eggs, full of protein, delicious. Slasher saying, in the car, flooring it, as the others realize. I'm just picturing you in that car, you're behind the wheel, hitting the accelerator, and your mother's in the passenger seat, driving away, and then she turns to you like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be the driver, what are you doing? And, right, thank you, Thalisha. So, in the Peanuts show, they did try to colour eggs. Bluebat saying, I thought it was from Easter Island. Well, Easter Island is the island with the gigantic, stone faces. I forgot what they're called. I think there's another word for them. Tiki heads, I think? I can't remember. You know, that's why it makes the joke even more funny, just the way you kind of described your story, Slasher. I'm just picturing like a little dinky young version of you just sitting behind a wheel that you can barely look over, just driving away, like... Oh dear. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own jokes. I sound like a right silly person. Totems on Easter Island. No, I don't think they're totems, because totems are usually like wooden. These gigantic Easter Island heads, you know, like Squidward's house from SpongeBob, basically. Kind of like those, or like that emoji, the stone face emoji. Which I'll let you lot find that in the chat. I'll tell you what I'll do is try and reach for a drink. No, I can't reach for a drink. Wait, let me try. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Breaking the illusion. Well, it's not much of an illusion. I'm still... I freely admit I'm using a VTuber model. I don't say, wow, this is the real me. No, it's a VTuber model. The real me is right there. Oh, yep, there we go. There's the little Easter Island tiki heads. Thank you, Blue Bats. Slasher saying, I've been forbade by my family not to drive because of my car track record. That might be a wise idea for now. Just in case your chaotic energy kind of dissipates over time with age. That you broke multiple cars, mostly by accident. Well, I could say, oh, well, that's a huge relief, but at the same time, I don't know how you pull it off. Ah, you're all such a quirky bunch, aren't you? As I say, makes it more endearing. Makes speaking with all of you all the more endearing. You're all such a quirky bunch. Oh, by the way, something that I've been meaning to share with all of you. Some ideas, some lovely ideas. I wanted to, Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Very bored person says, my aunt, when she was younger, took my grandparents' car without permission at night and crashed it. Oh, goodness, that must have been the most embarrassing little chit-chat with the parents ever for her. Oh, crikey. I mean, naughty, of course, but even then I just cringe at the thought of it, like, oh, no, oh, dear. So you can't take the slasher away from the chaos, but you can't take the chaos away from the slasher. Wise words, Slasher. Very wise words indeed. I should have that embroidered somewhere. Anyway. So, something I've been meaning to mention is that I've been brainstorming a few ideas. Brainstorming ideas for future streams. Especially since now, of course, you know, jumped over to Twitch to see if we can get some more people. Oh, pardon me. Oof. I've already got a good head start. Very good head start, enough for 2 separate streams, actually. I got a good head start on, basically, considering how well doing a stream on looking at the worst album covers ever went, I went ahead and did the same for, what's it called? Did the same for video game covers. I have over 50 video game covers with terrible box art, and I was thinking I could do that for a future stream to get some mileage out of that. I still got to look into more, like, you know, more albums with terrible cover art, because that was a lot of fun. And I've been meaning to, hopefully... Sorry, just scratching my eye. I've been meaning to kind of take some of the content from streams and hopefully have them kind of chopped into bits and then glued together for YouTube as shorts. One of the shorts went out recently, actually, of one of the live streams with the terrible art cover stuff. And so far, it's not performed as well as the other shorts, but it's still got over 100 views, which is good. That's good. I thought it wouldn't get nearly as much as that, but that's still a good start. I'm hoping to pepper it out, so, you know, like, we get a normal short, then we get a live stream short, normal live stream. And, oh, you can upload clips over here, like on YouTube. Oh, thank you for telling me that, Nova. I really must do that, shouldn't I? Yes, I should stick some reels up here on good old Twitch as well. That'd be a good idea. That'd be fun. And yes, the short about getting down to business by that artist, just simply known as Gary. That fellow. We all know Gary. Yes, Temu Chuck Norris says. I believe that was TsunamiJuria who said that. Brilliant comment. Yes, honestly, I could make shorts out of probably just that video alone, but I need to try and diversify and mix things up and keep putting, you know, kind of other bits of content. Problem is, I don't want to use any of the videos from before, when I was using the PNG, because, well, it was a PNG, it's not, you know, not the VTuber self that you see right now. So it's like, oh, darn, kick sand for that. Still, I can get a fair bit of mileage out of that. I even put it on YouTube. Not YouTube, I even put the little short live streams with Relius. Put it on TikTok. And it's got 180 plays. Not bad, not bad. Even got a few likes, good. Maybe I should go back to uploading there. Nova saying, mainly clips of your Twitch streams can be uploaded in short form on your page here. Users, I believe, can also clip and upload to your streams, but yes, I think it is possible. I think it is possible to do that, yes. I really just need to get around to it, really. I just got to make sure that if I upload the shorts on what's it called, Twitch, if I do it there, I just got to make sure that, you know, the videos don't get stretched out or something silly like that. I'm glad you thought that stream was hilarious. It was easily my favorite stream to date, Slasher, just looking at terrible album cover artwork, and you were all so funny. You had so many funny jokes to share. I was in stitches trying not to lose it. It was so brilliant. So I've got to go back and find even more terrible covers. And I'm hoping to do more, ones about things like, you know, the rating crushes. I know I did that twice, but I'd love to do that again, but with a new twist. I've just got to figure out what that twist is. You know, should we revisit, like, oh, who are your crushes but villains only? Or who are your crushes from anime, strictly, you know? Try and put some boundaries, basically, to make it a little bit more challenging but still equally fun. Well said, Slasher, then. Most of them look like the dad's taking the divorce well photos. Like, how's Dad doing? Well, he's not doing too well, you see. He sent me this album to brag. He's sitting on a gigantic rat. Oh, that's an interesting way of coping. It is, isn't it? Nova, yes, the JTV _ ASMR on TikTok. I just upload the shorts. Well, I make sure that the shorts are uploaded there too. So it's nothing too different, really. There's no exclusive content there that hasn't been seen on, what's it called? Over on YouTube. But still, any support there goes a long way. Same goes with, you know, YouTube and Twitch. Any support in all of these goes a long way. Slash is saying tier list crushes. I could do that. It's just a matter of, you know, just fitting a tier list on this magnificent screen of mine here. Just fitting everything in one place. Limited for space is the problem. Felicia with... No, not again with the game crushes. I mean, I thought it was quite fun, though, Felicia. I thought, you know, you made some good suggestions. Like, personally, I thought, yes, I think some of the Mortal Kombat cast, for instance, I think there were quite a lot of good crushes there that you suggested. There's some interesting ones from all sorts of other games, and questionable ones from TV shows and whatnot, like, this fellow, really? But that's something I've got to look into more ideas like that, especially ones that get discussions going. Those are always fun. That's especially those like involving a visual element. Those are always exciting to do. Always. That's why I had so much fun with the terrible music covers one. I'd be happy to return to those again, really. Same with the video game crushes, but you know, good to know that you agree with me, Felicia, so glad to know that. Nova, can't forget him, movie crush Venom. Shocked you gave him the thumbs up too. Yes, you know, I understood. I understood. I've seen the movie and I can understand the personality and the design. I could understand that. Slash is saying, remove the words and other you when the tier list is up and put them back up when you're done on the stream. I could just do a bit of redesigning, so to speak. I could maybe do it like that. I don't know. We'll see. That being said, if anyone else has any ideas for future streams, especially ones that involve looking at terrible, rubbish things, I thought about maybe doing one for sharing clips of bad voice acting in video games. I've thought about doing that, but when I do that, that's a matter of just making sure that they're not too loud or blasting out at inopportune times, etc. Yes, your Transformers suggestions made the list, Nova. Happy to know it made you happy too. And consideration for gaming, like cozy games, I keep thinking about it. But I've not got around to it. It's on my kind of to-do list, but it's like... it's quite a bit of a to-do list that's kind of buried under other kind of priorities right now. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it won't ever happen. If I just reposition certain aspects on this screen here, if I shuffle things around, then I think I can make it happen. So maybe I might end up playing things like Undertale. I might do other ones like 2 Point Hospital. That's quite a fun game, where you get to design your own hospitals, cure patients, and make money that way. Very fun, very fun. Slasher haunted by the bad voice acting from Zelda CDI, my boy. Yes, if I ever do that, I'll have to definitely pick up some samples from that too. Again, it's just a matter of trying to kind of get it on screen. Thalisha saying, whatever you suggest that we might do, I'll go along with it. Glad to know, Thalisha. Glad to know that you're happy with whatever I'll do. Sorry, I think I need another drink. I'm stumbling over my own words. Silly me. Yes, Nova, yes. I think what I might do is, I probably should have to kind of like shrink things around and, as you say, description text into one line, shrink the logo. I might just put the text at the top. Put my picture of myself a bit more to the left. Maybe put the logo at the corner. Just try and give... It'd have to be a shrunk down screen, but I think it could happen. Just need a bit of rework, a redesign, and maybe I might play Undertale. Maybe. It's a game I've not actually completed, I will admit. But I'd like to look into possible, you know, all sorts of kind of good options for what to play. You know, like maybe like a racing game or shooting game that isn't too violent and horrible, but something that's quite cutesy or comforting, etc. Nova loves the suggestion of Undertale. Maybe I might just have to stream that one day. Maybe. I think I do have a copy somewhere, digitally. And Stardew Valley, another chill one. Thank you for the suggestion there, Nova. Thank you. Yes, I'll just have to look around, really. I'll just have to look around what would make a good, relaxing stream sort of game. One that I can play for long periods of time without getting burnt out from. You know, I don't want to become like a, you know, the ASMR gaming kind of person, but it might be just one of those things that I might dabble into. Slash is saying maybe even Deltarune. Well, maybe. One for afterwards. You like cute games, do you, Thalisha? I need to play more of them. I really should. Which playthrough would I do for Undertale, Chantel? Well, obviously it's going to be pacifist. I'd want to hug and cuddle my way to victory. Not as big of a fan as of Deltarune, Nova. I mean, fair enough. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Is that one of the new games? Is that one of the newest game? I mean, I do have a Switch, but I don't have a Switch 2, and I don't think I have a way of streaming from that to the PC yet. It's all work in progress stuff. I can still, you know, do stuff on here, on the PC. But elsewhere it might be a bit tricky. I might look into maybe puzzle games, kind of relaxing ones, turn the volume down, and just play something simplistic like Bust a Move 2. That's a fun one. Do I do tag ladder mode games? Could you give an example of that, Thalisha? I'm trying to figure out exactly what do you mean by tag ladder mode games. Do you mean like cooperative, like tag in, tag out sort of games? I can't remember. I don't know. Again, please do educate me, of course. You can see me playing through Bug Snacks. That is very funny. Hey, well, I've seen a lot of the suggestions and all you folks have offered in the server, so thank you for that. You never know what I might end up playing. But for now, though, in my scope, what I've got is covering Tetris, but classic Tetris. Maybe it's simplistic. Perhaps not the most exciting thing to look at. Righto. Well, it looks like we're getting near the end of the stream, everyone. I'd just like to let everyone know that it's been such a wonderful fun with all of you. And maybe I might end up doing gaming streaming, maybe some cute cat games like TsunamiJuria likes I Spy Cats. Your adorable puppy butler plays cozy games. Oh, Chantel, you cheeky. Making me all bashful. Maybe one day I'll have puppy ears added to this VTuber model, and then everyone can call me a puppy. Oh, tag ladder mode games, you have a gamer partner with you, and your partner tag mode each other. Right. Possible. It's entirely possible, Thalisha. I guess we'll see. Need puppy ears on my VTuber model. If it could happen, Nova. You never know. But for now, though, of course, I'm going to wrap things up here for this stream. Thank you all so much for joining me on the stream. It's been wonderful. Really reassuring to know that, off to a decent start with cross-platforming on Twitch, too. So, yes, it's been great fun. Thank you. And Slash is suggesting need artwork of Relly with headphones with dog ears on them. Hey, if there's any artists out there who want to do that, some fan art, then I'd be happy to do that. Okay, well, it's time for me to sign off, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Please consider, if you haven't subscribed to JTV ASMR, please consider doing so. Drop a like, drop some comments, follow on that site, Twitch if you haven't, etc. Thank you, Nova, thank you. Much love to you too, and getting to work already. Now I've got to see this. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Thalisha. Goodbye to you. Kisses, and I love you too. All of you, I love you all. Mwah. And goodbye to you as well, Slasher. Thank you for joining this chill stream. And of course, to everyone else, you too, Blue Bats, hugs and kisses. Happy Easter Sunday to you, Thalisha, and all. Thank you as well, Chantel. And night, love you too, Starglow. Thank you all. See you all later. Stay safe and have a wonderful Easter. Bye-bye. Biggest of hugs and kisses. Goodbye now.